Lone Star State, here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Houston. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
A quick throw right side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. That's good for a Titan first down.
39-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open right side is Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there. First down for Tennessee.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
In motion, Okonkwo. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind. You can't play scared, you have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
And he's going to have a Titans first down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it keeps the drive going.
First and goal at the 3.
We'll see them as the game unfolds, but give credit to this defense. They found a way to get off the field. They had their backs against the wall there on the opening drive.
Williams trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. One more time for Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Titans will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, out is play. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, smoke him down at the 23-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes to it, best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Into space at the 45. And they will finally run him down. It is a big-time play for Houston. 36 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and... Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
to throw. Mills. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short of a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Texans 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This one, taken. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one downfield for Okonkwo. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 38 yards.
38 yards on the play. First down, Titans.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a big-time play.
And on this first down, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. A give, and here comes Williams. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Titans first down. I do believe he's going to get it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
First down, Tennessee.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
On first down, right back to Williams. To the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans extend their advantage to 14-3.
Texans 3.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. They'll begin here on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now, faking the give, under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Mills now. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. And he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Down up around the 24-yard line. get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
10 at the 24-yard
The goal of
line.
every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
In motion now, it's Collins. 1 quarter in the books. 14-3 is the score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Mills. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
23-yard line.
It is 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up
A
4th down.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Titans offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 28.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First and 10 at the
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Here's Mixon. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
To throw is Mills. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A 19-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 35.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
At the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 29, here's second and 4. Up the middle they go. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up third and 4.
It's third and 4. Now Mills. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
22 yards.
First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Big-time conversion there on third down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, with that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
Throwing is Mills. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone. That one's incomplete.
Well, it's no secret to anybody who follows this league. This is one of the elite playmakers in the entire NFL. So he put one high, thinking his guy would go up there and get it. We've seen him do it so many times before, but just puts a little too much on it and ends up sailing over his head.
Mills to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A little bit of a snowball effect going on. Things seem to be unraveling just a little bit here offensively. It was the miscommunication pass on the first play. Now it's a sack on second down, and they find themselves going the wrong direction.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Texans.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the Texans are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14. Texans 10.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
First down, it is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
He'll get this out wide, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are out to a 21-10 lead.
Texans 10.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Throwing now from the gun. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
2. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. 3rd and 2. Here we go. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Texans going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout here as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
At the Titans' 11-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. In motion now, it's Collins. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 9 yards to
Here
go.
in the 1st half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So D'Amico Ryans will bring on the field goal unit. This from 40 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are able to get it back within a score. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Second down and 3. They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He tried to keep the play alive as long as he could, understanding it's 3rd down, and you've got to buy every second for somebody to unfold, give every opportunity to extend this drive. But I really like the decision at the end. Instead of taking a loss, instead of forcing the ball into a bad coverage look, he throws it away, probably ends the drive, but I don't think there was really anything else left for him to do.
And some nifty running on the return. He took some good yardage before he was taken down. To throw, Mills. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mills now. Exiting the pocket right. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Mills. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 71 yards. Touchdown, Houston. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
And even though it's just the 3rd quarter, they'll try to draw even right here and go for 2.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try to run it in. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on the 2-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8 than there is giving up 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Short one there to Okonkwo. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now a toss left side for Johnson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Mike, typically speaking, the job of the defensive end on outside run plays is to set the edge of the defense, make everything try to cut back in. But in this case, he does a great job of actually stringing this play out sideways. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
And so far throughout the course of the game, I think the secondary has actually done a really nice job of taking him away. I mean, he's clearly one of their best players, one of the top players in the league. They're going to continue to find ways to target him. So defensively, it doesn't matter if he has 0 catches or 10. He is always going to be a focal point of this offense.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
The Texans offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
There wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression read. But that pass rush, they just can't get home. And he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
A handoff as they try to run it here. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Mills. That one is caught by Collins.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Mills. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Schultz, the motion man. They'll give on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the
And the big
play.
man in the middle
Brings up
swallows him up
second and
right at the
10.
line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this
47-yard line.
offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up third down.
Really good discipline by the defender. So he was the read of that RPO. So if he plays the run, it's a pass. If he plays the pass, it's a run. But he knew exactly what was coming. He kind of drew that pass, and he was there to make the play.
And that is incomplete.
Bill's pass. Intended
Great
for
pass
number
rushers
15.
live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
First down.
A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's good for a Titan first down. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll go again with Johnson. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
A gain of 26
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Quick throw, taken in. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On the zone read, here's Johnson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, Okonkwo. Another run here with Johnson. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up and inches.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have a Titans first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now this time they'll look to throw. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. They'll run. Johnson. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Titans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Texans 19.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Throwing is Mills. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Mills to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Intended for number 15.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
The Titans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. Marked down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
In motion, Okonkwo. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. There's Okonkwo open left side.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
The Titans sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
To number 23.
Just a quick read by the linebacker on that running back screen. He beats everybody to the spot and blows this play up for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And that is incomplete.
At this stage of the game, Mike, you have to find that balance defensively between playing prevent and making sure that ball does not get thrown over my head. But how often do we see defenses just give so much space, so much green grass, that the offense finds a way to move down the field quickly regardless? So just continue to mix up coverages, but do not let them throw the ball over your head.
Here comes a return, and it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and the 1st down.
1st and 10.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
In motion, Okonkwo. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This one from 52 yards away. Folks' kick is good. And the Titans add on to their lead.
Texans 19.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down for Houston. In motion now, it's Collins. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball, but obviously the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
Back to throw. Mills. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Mills. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Again, and here's Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
In motion, Okonkwo. On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down for Tennessee.
first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Titans first down.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
Gain of 10 yards.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
And the Titans first down.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try to run with Johnson. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Taken down behind
And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. So here are the Texans down on the scoreboard. Just under 2 minutes to go. The 4th down stop, first of a series of events they're going to need to break their way, but they're still alive with a first down. Mills now. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's now 2nd.
I'm not sure
and 10.
what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Outside, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt, and that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And 10.
To throw is Mills. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Mills. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on third down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, first down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Titans. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. And that'll do it. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.